Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Hit just live somebody, let's go.
Good afternoon. Good evening and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. We got some updates, y'all. Wow, we got some updates. I didn't expect it to happen so fast. I was expecting it to happen a little bit later. But we got some updates here. We're going to get straight into it very, very shortly. But dear God, oh God, things are going down. And let me just say this. Some good news. Some good news. For sure. Okay? For sure. But then maybe not so great news. Depending on the situation, maybe not so great news, in my personal opinion. But we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about it, okay? So please do me a favor. As we get into things, hit that like button down below, okay? Do what it do. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on these other platforms. If you're watching on these other platforms, oh, shoot. That's why. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I hopped on here trying to get this thing going as quickly as I could. And then I forgot to mic myself on this whole thing. Okay. Now you guys can hear me, I'm sure. Okay. On the ticky-tock. Okay, let's do this again. We got some news. Some good news. Some not so good news. We're going to talk about it. Okay. So please do me a favor as you guys start to get in here, hit that like button down below, hit that reaction button, okay? That would be greatly appreciated. If you are watching on these other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, Twitch, and Kick, please make sure you hit that follow button. Follow, okay? Covering a lot of stuff on this planet. Covering a lot of things on this planet, okay? There's a lot of things to talk about. So make sure you are subscribed and following. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to my second channel, The Pascal Show Clips, and my third channel, brand new channel, Pascal Raw. Subscribe over there if you don't mind, okay? And subscribe over there, please, and thank you. Support if you can. All right? Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Set it to all. Hit that join button. And, of course, check out my Patreon, and, of course, check out PascalMerch.com. Okay, guys. We're going to get straight into this pretty quickly because there is a lot going on here. And we do have some new information. You know, like I said, I thought we were going to get some of this information. I thought that we were going to get some of this information around, you know, like the 1 o'clock hour. But I guess they got things going pretty damn fast. Now, from my understanding, they still have not. I mean, let me just say this. Let me start this conversation first with this one thing. I have not heard anything about the baby being found yet. Let me just say that, okay? Because I know a lot of people are like, hey, did they find the baby? Did they find the baby? So far, from what I've heard thus far, I have not heard anything about baby Emmanuel being found. Let me just make that abundantly clear. Now, that's subject to change. As we start to proceed into this conversation, we will find out. Like I said, I'm getting all this information live. Hot and live with you guys as well. Okay. I know that there are some videos that have been put out online on the TikTok. We're going to be taking a look at those things as well. But mainly the main thing that I think we are all very interested in is, hey, what's going on here? And are they getting charged? Like I said, we got some good news. Parents of 7-month-old, you know, if you want to call them parents, okay, the monsters that brought this child into the world, okay, who are now being charged. They have now been charged, y'all, okay? It is official. They have been charged with and making a false police report. And also, I know that sounds really messed up to be like applauding, okay, or joyous, but at the same time, they did this. And there was speculation that they may walk today. Doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon. Okay. Now, here's the thing, though. They may be able to walk, but they're not walking unscathed. They're not walking away from getting hit with some charges. They're getting hit with charges, y'all. But they may be able to walk depending on bail, bond, however you want to call it. Okay? So again, some interesting stuff here, okay? So let's take a look at this article, all right? Like I said, big news, good news, but there may be some other news in here too. You know, are they getting bond? How much is their bond? Doesn't matter how much it is. Still, if they're getting a bond, that still gives them an opportunity to either raise the money through family or something of that sort and be able to leave and be able to get out, right? So, again, this is very interesting, nonetheless. So let's take a look at this. The mother and father of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, okay, who is presumed gone, okay, have both been charged with M. Prosecutors confirmed to Eyewitness News. This is ABC 7. This is an article from ABC 7. Rebecca and Jake Haro are expected to be arraigned in court today. According to the Riverside County District Attorney's Office, they are also charged with making a false police report. Rebecca is currently being held at the Robert Presley Detention Center, while Jake is being held at the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility, according to jail records. Both are currently held without bail, the sheriff's office said. So right now, they are currently held without bail. But here's the thing. They're supposed to be arraigned today, this afternoon. So I guess that still hasn't been done yet. Okay. Since like I said, I went radio silent. Okay. Took care of some things, ate some lunch. You see what I'm saying? And did what I had to do with my personal time. Right. So hopping back onto this, I know that there's rumor and people are talking about possible bail for them. Right now, they're held without bail. Now, that's subject to change. That could possibly change, but I doubt that the judge is going to grant them bail. But we'll see. You know, I've been wrong a million times. Okay. And Missiette or Pierrette, what's up? Changed the name, I see. I thought the court paper said $1 million each. Well, we'll see about that, right? We'll see about that. Okay, we will definitely see about that. Let's continue though. But here's the thing: they may be saying $1 million bond each or $1 million bail each when they go into their arraignment. And I have a feeling that the DA may try to push for no bail. Keep them locked up. That might be it. That's what I think, Sabrina. Please and thank you. Keep their ashes locked up for good. Miss me with this nonsense, right? They still have a whole bunch of kids and a whole bunch of other loved ones that could be in very serious danger if they found a way to get out. Like, that would be ridiculous if they were able to walk out. Somebody just said in the chat on YouTube, Melody just said this: if they get $1 million bond, they only have to put up about 2%. I've heard 10%. I've heard actually 10%. Each would have to put up 10%. Okay, I've heard 10%. Maybe it's different in other states, but I've heard 10%. If that's the case, it still doesn't matter. That's insane no matter what. You don't think that they got friends that are crazy enough to believe them and say, hey, no. They have every right to be free. Let's get them out. You don't think Gam Gam is crazy enough to believe their BS, the BS that's coming out of their mouth? You don't think Gam Gam would try to see, I got a whole bunch of money in locked up in my mattress. Hold on, let me just rip it open real quick. You know what I mean? Think about that. But let's continue on. So they're being held without bond right now. But when they go and they get arraigned, when they have their first court hearing, which should be within the hour, allegedly within the hour, the judge could actually say, no, they can get bail. Or if they present in the court papers, hey, $1 million each, right? The judge can sit there and go, nope, sorry, I ain't granted them nothing. These two are monsters. What they did to their son is egregious. I don't give a damn. He could sit there and say that. The judge could literally just wave his hand and go, I have spoken. No more. Hail to the knob. I ain't granting them nothing. Where's your kid, son? Where's your kid, ma'am? You can't answer that right now? So you're going to continue BSing, both of y'all, at the same damn time. Wow. Well, you both are going to be locked up for good without bail. I see them as being flight risks. I see them as flight risks as well. That's what I think. Like I said, the justice should be striking down upon them with the mightiest blow. That's what I hope. And if this judge has been following this whole case like we have, this judge will know better than to give them any semblance of any bond. Period. So this comes after the search continues, or as the search continues for Emmanuel Haro. Okay. More than a dozen vehicles in the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department were parked alongside the 60 freeway east of Moreno Valley on Sunday afternoon, which we all talked about, in a remote hilly stretch of land known as the Badlands. And apparently they're saying that they're back out there still, like digging and looking and all that, allegedly. Okay. Investigators searched the steep terrain with cadaver dogs looking for baby Emmanuel. The baby's father, 32-year-old Jake the Fake, was spotted with deputies at the location on Sunday dressed in a red jumpsuit, which we already know. The department noted that Jake was at the scene with investigators, but was not helping in the search. I mean, there's only so much you could do when you're shackled. You know what I'm saying? You could do the shuffle everywhere, but there's not a whole lot of space he's going to be able to cover locked up like this. And he should be locked up. I'm not, all chained up. He is a monster, and he should be exactly where he is right now. Right. At the end of the day, the search crews left, and the body of Emmanuel was not discovered. Crews had not returned to the location on Monday, but officials say the overall search continues. So now they're saying that they did not return to the actual spot. There's been a lot of speculation, or there's been a lot of people saying that police have been went back to the actual area. And according to ABC 7 News, they're saying that crews did not return to the location on Monday. Maybe they went back today a little bit. I don't know, but something seems weird, right? So, of course, they're saying the search has concluded and Emmanuel has not been located. The investigation to find Emmanuel continues. Okay. So we already know about the whole origin story of this BS, And then somebody said, "Hola, my dog stepped on a bee." It's giving Amber Heard-ish. You know what I mean? It's giving, right? Yeah. Let me continue. Let me see what else is here. Now, of course, they've been doing extensive searches everywhere, even around the home. Yeah, Ola has entered the chat. Authorities are also reviewing a large amount of surveillance video from the areas of interest. According to Riverside County records, Jake, of course, pleaded guilty to some charges back in 2018 to the things that he did to that his baby girl Promise. So this is what we have right now. Now, obviously, they are to be arraigned today. Let me just repeat that again. They're expected to have their arraignment today, this afternoon. So very soon. They said that, they wanted to make sure that they had the charges set in motion before they even stepped. Well, I mean, if they don't have any charges, they can't have an arraignment. They can't stick anything to them if they don't have charges. So one thing is for sure. The charges are here. They up and they stuck. See what I did there? Yeah, okay. Maybe you didn't get that, but it's okay. Cardi B, okay? So again, great news. But here's the thing. Now we're going to find out if they actually get bail. But here's the other thing too. It also depends on if they can actually afford the bail. Because you can also just he can also go, okay, fine, we'll give him bail, but it's going to be $50 million each. You know what I mean? It has to be something so diabolical, it could be that outrageous. So for a fact he can't get out or they can't get out. You see what I'm saying? I'm glad I was able to tickle your ribs, KX. I'm a proud man now. Thank you. Because it's up. Because when it's up, then it's stuck. It's okay. It's okay. It's just dad jokes. Stupid ass dad jokes, okay? But seriously, guys, think about this for a second. They could literally just say, hey, hold on. He could literally sit there and go, okay, you got bond. But it's going to be an astronomical amount of money. You're going to have to work your tail off to be able to find that kind of money to get out. Good luck, right? That could happen. It's happened before, right? It has. Okay? But we do have the court documents, or the documents for this for these charges. And so, of course, we are going to pull them up so we can take a look at them ourselves as well. Yeah. Oh, crap. Hold on. One second, y'all. Come on. Sorry, guys. This thing's tripping. Uno momento, por favor. Just getting this layout right. Try that again. Try this again. What the hell? All right. This thing is tripping. So I do have the court documents. I'm going to just have to pull it up here so you guys can see it here. It's going to be a little small. All right. But it's here. It does exist. All right. I'm just going to have to look at this and talk to you guys about it with looking at it this way, which is really frustrating. Okay. But again, sorry about that, guys. My computer's tripping for some strange, odd reason. Even so, I'm trying to, even make sure that maybe I have too many windows open because I did have a crap ton of windows open. So anyway, this is what we have here, guys. Okay, so it says, of course, Superior Court of California. I know you guys can't see it, but it's up here, okay? Go over to my YouTube channel if you want to, but I'm going to be reading it out loud to you guys right now, okay? For those of y'all on TikTok who are going, I can't say it, okay? So it says the people of the state of California, as the plaintiff, the defendants are, of course, Jake and Rebecca. So here are the counts, okay? Count 1, the undersigned, under penalty of perjury upon information and belief, declares that the above named defendants, Jake and Rebecca, committed a violation of Penal Code Section 187, which is also called muerte, okay? Subdivision A, a felony, in that on or about August 5th through including August 14th in the county of Riverside, state of California, the defendants did willfully and unlawfully unalive or baby doe, a human being. They're calling Emmanuel baby doe, and I'm sure it's because he's a minor and all that. But one thing is for sure, they're saying that they believe that they unalived this baby boy as far back as August 5th. This is their theory. They believe he either passed away on between August 5th and, of course, all the way down to August 14th. That's massive news. Now, again, that could be correct. Okay? That could be correct. Just so you know. Remember, just because she got the marking on her face as far back as August 3rd does not automatically mean that the unaliving happened on August 3rd. It could have happened within any of that time, August 3rd to August 14th, to the very moment that he was reported missing. Okay, guys? But the fact that they're saying baby doe, which is wild to me, but I get it. He's minor, so they put his initials in there, EH, okay? They believe that he could have been gone as far back. He could have lost his life as far back as August 5th. And it could be further back it could be even further back than just that. It could be earlier than August 5th. But this is what they're conspirizing. This is what they're hypothesizing, okay? Here's count number 2, that the above defendant, Jake and Rebecca, committed a violation of Penal Code Section 148.5, Subdivision A, a misdemeanor, in that or about August 14th in the county of Riverside, state of California, the defendants did willfully and unlawfully report to an officer, deputy sheriff, and member of the California Highway Patrol that a felony and misdemeanor had been committed, knowing that report to be false. So they're saying false police report right here. Okay? So that's count 1 and count 2. This is what they're getting so far. That's it. And false police report. Okay? So 1, they're saying that this one is a misdemeanor, the false police report, but obviously they're looking at some serious time with the M charge. Okay? So let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so pursuant to, and this is like 1109 notice, pursuant to section 1109 or 1109 of the Evidence Code, evidence of the defendant's commission of other acts of DV may be admissible at trial in criminal action in which the defendant is/are accused of an offense involving DV. The people hereby give notice of the people's intent to admit evidence of prior acts of DV pursuant to Evidence Code Section 1109. These incidents include the prior incidents described in the police report, chronological report, and or tapes already provided, and other alleged incidents of A, which will be provided as they are obtained by the prosecution. So they're sitting there saying all the things, basically all the things that Jake the Snake and possibly Rebecca are connected to as far as CA, DV, etc. All those things can be admissible in court. They also said chronological report and or tapes already provided. So they got footage of something. They got some beautiful bean footage of something depicting some sort of attacks, DV or CA. Remember, the whole history. So that means his history of putting his hands on promise, his history of putting his hands. Now you can see clearly the face, her face, okay? The markings on her face. There's a history of DV with his wife, his now wife. Remember, they are connected to another child A case right now, a whole other child A case. And that happens to be for their 2-year-old daughter. I guarantee you, when CPS scooped up that child, basically rescued that child from the clutches of those two monsters, they did their research. They probably did a very thorough examination of her body and found out that she was a victim as well. So again, DV, CA, any history that he has and she has can be used in court. So they're screwed, okay? But Jake's doubly screwed, okay? He's in serious trouble because he already has a history of this, y'all. He already has a history of this. This mother lover, this trashy subhuman individual has a very bad, dark history. And they're about to use it all in court. Have mercy. Let's move on. Marcy's Law. Information contained in the reports being distributed as discovery in this case may contain confidential information protected by Marcy's Law and the amendments to the California Constitution, Article 1, Section 28. Any victims in any above referenced charge is entitled to be free from intimidation, harassment, and abuse. It may be unlawful for defendant or defendants, defense counsel, and any other person acting on behalf of the defendant to use any information contained in the reports to locate or harass any victims, or the victim's family, or to disclose any information that is otherwise privileged and confidential by law. So in other words, leave the victims alone. Basically, that's what it is. Okay? That the defendants can't reach out and try to give family members, any other person that might be speaking out, okay, against the family, they cannot connect with those people. Leave them alone. Okay? They are free from intimidation, abuse, or harassment. Period. So, of course, the pursuant to Penal Code Section 1054.5, Subdivision B, the people are hereby informally requesting the defense counsel provide discovery to the people as required by Penal Section 1054.3. So, I declare under penalty of perjury upon information and belief under the laws of the state of California that the foregoing is true and correct. And this was dated today. Interesting though, right? Now, again, And, of course, let's not forget this baby boy's face. This is all for him. Actually, it's more than just him now. If you really think about it, it's more than just him. With all due respect, this expands beyond Emmanuel now. Because you also got to remember there's Eli, there's Promise, there's the other kids that he has. There's the other kids that Rebecca has. There's that 2-year-old baby girl that was rescued from their grimy, clammy hands. All of them. Yes, we want justice for him, but it's also justice for all those kids too, because all those kids went through something. For sure. Pretty crazy stuff, guys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, of course, we're going to look at see if there's anything, because obviously they are going to be, they're supposed to be doing some things at 1:30. Okay, so in 7 minutes, this is what's supposed to be happening. They're supposed to be doing the hearing, and we're supposed to be seeing that, these two are going to be in some serious trouble. But I'm telling you right now, this is my theory. I truly think that Rebecca, okay, I truly, truly think she's going to flip. I truly believe she's going to flip, because now she's going to, Tiana, no, I do not. So if you do know, let me know, because I thought it was maybe going to be News Nation or ABC 7. So I'm just kind of hopping around to see where they are doing, where one place is doing the coverage of this, right? But I digress. Here's the thing, guys. 1 second. Okay. One thing's for sure. She's going to walk into that room, that courtroom, and then reality is really going to set in. That's what I truly think. Excuse me. That's what I truly think. I think. Thank you, Cat Mom. Let me see. Or I'm just hopping around. Hold on. NBC. Or so far nothing, but we got a few minutes before they're supposed to be here. But I am looking. Maybe it's KTLA. I'm looking around, guys. Like I said, I'm looking around. Oh, and such a random thing. Taylor Swift is getting married. Don't know if you guys care, but there you go. Sorry for the left turn, but that just popped up on my feed, looking at news and everything. She just got married. Okay. But here's the thing. When it comes, or she didn't just get married. I'm sorry. She just got engaged. Sorry. But here's the thing. Okay, guys. Here's the thing. I think she's going to walk into that room. Reality's going to set. And she's going to realize, oh, my damn, I'm in serious trouble. Real talk. Oh, damn. So I can't really stand 10 toes down saying that, that baby boy was taken from me. Seriously. It would be insane for me. It'd be insane to think that none of them would realize, oh, snap, things are getting bad. Holy crap, I'm in serious trouble. You see what I'm saying? Like, it would be absolutely insane to me for any of them to just keep sticking with the BS story that they've had thus far. That, oh yeah, nothing, nothing sinister happened from us. He was taken from us, and that's what the story is, period. Like, I would hope that this would wake up Rebecca, because she's not a seasoned criminal. She might be crazy, absolutely, but she's not one that's been locked up before. Yeah, she might be crazy, but she's never been locked up before. He's a criminal. He's a repeat offender. He has the rap sheet. She doesn't. She doesn't know what prison's like. She don't know what jail's like. Okay? You truly think she's just going to be like, nope, I'm holding on to it. I'm holding on to this. I don't think so. I think she's going to snap. I think she's going to flip. But then again, I've been wrong so many times in life. I could be wrong with this too. And she's just being a fool. That could be it too. Let's take a look at this news clip here as we continue. I'm looking for the live feed. Give me a second.
Now at noon, breaking news. Murder charges have been filed against the parents of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro.
Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Lou Parker.
And I'm Lauren Lister in for Glenn Walker. It has been nearly 2 weeks since baby Emmanuel was reported missing after what officials call a bogus kidnapping in the Inland Empire.
And today, his parents are expected to appear in court to face murder charges. KTLA 5's Jean Kang live at the courthouse in Riverside with an update. Jean.
Hi, good afternoon, Lauren and Lou, to both of you. Well, I've been in close contact with the DA's office, and they just filed those charges formally against Emmanuel Haro, that baby's parents. Well, both of them are now in jail. They're being held on $1 million bail each, so $2 million total. We know that arraignment is going forward at 1:30 this afternoon. That's going to be here at the Riverside Hall of Justice. Take a look at this, though. If you haven't seen this, both of them were arrested on Friday, as you see in this video.
So they are saying, KTLA just said that there is a bond, okay? That there is a bond for $2 million, which would be $1 million each, just so you guys know. But then I just saw on the Tita, shout out to On the Tita, okay? On the Tita, he has entered the chat, okay? Now he just said this, and I'm just going to read it off camera so we can get through this video because I know that there's some stuff, okay? This is crazy. And this, take it with a grain of salt with what's being said here. But he's saying, allegedly, their attorneys, okay, file a new motion, a petition. They request bail, okay, but on top of it, they're requesting permission to continue to live together. Oh dear Lord! Now this is just from On the Tita. This could just be word on the street, or it could be absolutely accurate. But that is absolutely insane. If they're going, well, we want bail, but we want to come back and live together. We want to be together again. No. Are they going to be tried together? Or are they going to get tried separately? Shouldn't they be tried separately? So living together would be dumb. Yeah, Tyler, what the hell? What the hell? The hell? Yeah, ridiculous. Let me continue on. So $2 million bond, So that'll be $1 million each. Okay. And that's also depending on what the judge agrees to. The judge could sit there and go, hell to the no. Y'all can rot in prison, no bond, and no. What the hell you on trying to live together? I don't give a damn if you guys love each other more than anything in the world. I don't give a damn. Okay, you the Bonnie to his Clyde or something like that. Hell to the no. You sit in that prison, you sit in that prison and wait for your time in court. Shut up.
The parents of Emmanuel Haro, that 7-month-old baby, they were arrested at their Cabazon home. Court documents filed today reveal prosecutors believe the baby was murdered between August 5th and the 14th. That's new information. Up to 9 days before Rebecca claimed her baby was kidnapped from a Big Five store parking lot in Yucaipa. The couple is also charged with filing a false police report on August 14th. That's the same day they reported the alleged kidnapping of their baby. The mother made an emotional public plea at the time for his return, even doing TV interviews. Baby Emmanuel supporters today, here by the Hall of Justice, demand justice for that child.
I wanted to come out here and just show support for the baby because I feel like he doesn't have a voice right now. So, it seems like he didn't have a lot of love in his life. And so I just felt like it was important to come out here and just show him, that people do care.
Then there's this. In a recent jailhouse interview, Rebecca maintained her innocence, saying, quote, "I will not give up on my baby," adding that she wished that she was out there searching for him.
Yeah, she wishes that she was out there searching for him. So she's still sitting there saying that, right? She is still saying that BS. I'm telling you right now, like, I don't know. Maybe they're thinking that without a baby, without the remains, you can't charge us, right? But there's already enough evidence, at least from what we've been hearing from the news, there's already enough evidence to believe that these two did this and that this woman was not attacked by a man who said hola. The fact that they are still sitting on that says a lot. Now, one thing is for sure, I'm looking to see if there's any, kind of like live feeds or anything of that sort. I'm going to go over to TikTok here because there are some content creators that are out there too. Let me pull this up too so you guys can see this. 1 second, guys. Oh, well, the one that I went to they just paused the live. Hold on. This is outside of the courthouse. Let's take a look at this.
He is present, but me personally, I have not seen the family until now. I have not seen the family. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm waiting for them. If they walk out here, the family members. Who? 951T. 951T.
In fact, hold on. We have this as well from Court TV. Let's take a look at this.
With authorities. So I'm here in front of the parents of missing baby Emmanuel, officially charged with murder. Happening a couple minutes ago, I confirmed it that they've been charged with murder and also filing a false report with authorities. So I'm here in front of the courthouse. This is in downtown Riverside. This is the Hall of Justice here, and you can see already there is a lot of news media from around the country and Southern California going to be covering the case. Kind of wraps around the block. I'm going to head into court right now as well. We're going to have updates throughout the day. They're scheduled to be arraigned at 1:30 local time. The parents of missing baby Emmanuel officially charged with murder.
So so one thing is for sure. They officially have been charged with M. Now, I'm trying to see if there's any, if there's any updates. Maybe it's like the inner city press type of situation where there won't be any cameras inside the courtroom, but maybe there's a reporter in there just doing live tweets on what's going on. But of course, I'm trying to get that, trying to see if that's actually happening. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Because we're going over to Matt Johnson's X account. He's got a couple things here.
Report. They are set to be in this courthouse here behind me. I'm in downtown Riverside. This is the Riverside Hall of Justice. I'm heading inside. We'll keep you updated throughout the day. So we have some breaking news. Jake and Rebecca Haro officially charged with murder and also filing a false police report. They are set to be in this courthouse here behind me. I'm in downtown Riverside. This is the Riverside Hall of Justice.
So we heard that one. Let's see what this is. This is just all the people, all the news, all the media, everyone. ABC7, KTLA, Court TV, you name it. All of them are in there right now. Okay. All of them. So they're all waiting for this moment where they get arraigned. When they're seen in public out there. So very, very interesting stuff, guys. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to see if there's any type of live feed covering this whole thing. One second. I'm just seeing if there's any updates. Yeah, because like people who would be that were kind of like live streaming, I guess they're not really live streaming right now. Okay. But let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. On the theater, put this up. Look at that. Attorney files motion. Jake and Rebecca request bail and permission to live together. It's the dumbest of the dumb. It's not going to happen. Okay? It's definitely not going to happen. It's just dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Okay? Let me see. Let's see. No. Okay. Okay. Ahmed is out there. Well, this is 2 hours ago, but let me play it for you guys anyway. Oops.
Riverside, California, here at the Robert Presley Hall of Justice. Woo! Today is August 26th, court day. Line it up. Everybody's going to court, homie, especially Jake and Rebecca Haro, who allegedly, hola, has entered the chat. Now they're going to go and say hola to the judge. It was, for this morning, it was pushed back from what I understand to 11 a.m. And now from, we're hearing inside sources saying that quite possibly 1 p.m. today. And so here in Riverside, California, new developments. We did upload the video from the Waterman Discount Mall. Shout out to the foods from San Bernardino. You see the Hudas in there taking the hard drives, taking the videos, taking everything. They were in direct communication with the owner of the facility. And so shout out to my constituents who have once and again put yourselves out there and trusting me, making the dots, connecting everybody, homie. This is what social media was intended for. Not this, homie. On the tira. Here for little Emmanuel, I am the representation of the boy on the tira. Me belloso. He's right here, homie. And so we're all going to find justice here today at 1 o'clock, home. Spencer on the tira. Stay tuned, home. Not back to you, Cubo. And just look at all these amazing people here who have showed up for Emmanuel. We are all here for you. The community loves you. The local media outlets are here. Shout out to the homie. Shh. Not guilty? Irme. And so we are in Riverside here. Hola.
Yeah, so Ahmed from On the Tira is outside of the courthouse. This is about 2 hours ago. Sorry. This is about 2 hours ago. But he's, obviously just saying, hey, we're here. He just gave an update about the charges. And then, of course, they're about to go into court here soon. Allegedly, they're supposed to be in there now. But we'll see what happens, right? I mean, anything is possible at this point, guys. But this is some crazy stuff. And of course, we're still waiting to see if there are any other updates, because of course we want to know if there is going to be, if they are going to get granted that bail, or if it's going to get worse, if they're going to be not granted bail. I think that's one thing that we're all waiting for as well. But again, because it looks like there's not going to be any live feed from inside the courtroom. I know people have been saying, that there is supposed to be cameras inside the courtroom. I haven't heard anything about that. Okay. I haven't heard anything about that, but we'll see. News Nation just put out a video. Let's take a look at this.
Month-old son will face a judge in California. Jake and Rebecca Haro, arrested on Friday at their home in Riverside County, are now likely facing charges of felony murder and malice. Those charges haven't been officially filed yet, however. The baby boy, Emmanuel Haro, missing now for nearly 2 weeks, is presumed dead, according to police. At first, his mother had claimed a man attacked her outside of a store while she was changing Emmanuel's diaper and then knocked her unconscious.
I was gonna get the diaper and somebody said hola, and I didn't see nothing since. I woke up right here on the floor and I didn't see Emmanuel.
I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't. Every time I see these two lie, okay, the way that she's like, and he said hola, like I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. I'm sorry. And he said hola. I don't know what that is. Okay. Oi. Let's roll back just a little bit because we need to see.
Oi.
And I didn't see Emmanuel.
Whoever took my son, please return him. We just want him back. We won't do anything to you. We just give us our son.
Son, just this screams pig vomit. Do you remember how pig vomit was? Anybody remember how pig vomit was? Anybody remember how pig vomit was? I mean, for those of y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, and if you were following the Madeline Soto case, pig vomit is Stephen Stearns. He's doing the same doggone thing here that Stephen Stearns did in his first initial interview. Anybody remember that interview? We just need to bring our princess back home. She's so precious to us, and we just really wanted to know where she is. Could just please bring her back home. Please bring back our precious little girl home. Just please just bring her back home with his dusty hat on his head. That was diabolical. That hat. Oh my God. That dusty hat. Okay. Dusty. That was like laying on his head. Okay. Good gust of wind. Whole hat would have been gone. All right. I know. I've talked about that enough. I've gone in on his dusty hat. Okay. Not even form fitting anymore. Okay. That hat been ran through. Okay. No walls. Gone. Okay. But anyway, this screams pig vomit. Does it not? This screams Stephen Stearns. Stephen Stearns right there. Just now with a very dark tan and glasses.
Just keep them safe. Don't hurt them. Make sure you feed them, change them. Please.
Emmanuel's father joining police in the search on Sunday, but so far no sign of Emmanuel. People in the community shaken by this news and that the parents are now suspects. Joining us now, trial attorney and Northwestern law professor Andrew Stoltman. What a tragic and horrible case this is, now knowing that police believe this little boy did not survive whatever he endured. What evidentiary details will likely be part of this initial court appearance today?
Probably not too much today is going to be laid out. I think at a minimum right now, they have inconsistent statements by the parents, stuff that really just doesn't make a lot of sense. The police, of course, are still actively looking for the body. That will reveal a whole heck of a lot with respect to what happened to this poor soul. But what a tragic case all the way around. When you see those interviews from the parents, it's just disgusting. It's repugnant. It's so sad.
And I'm wondering, Andrew, if those pleas for help from the public to find Emmanuel, the statements from the parents may come back to haunt them in court.
Oh, absolutely. Look, California has a moratorium on the death penalty, but these are the sorts of cases where you impose it. You have a child, you have the parents lying with the crocodile tears. And look, we don't know precisely what happened, but what we do know is the father has a 2018 conviction for wanton and willful cruelty to a child. I don't think these are particularly good human beings.
No.
I think they're going to try real hard to find that body. I think the body will tell us so much more with respect to what happened.
It makes you wonder why this child was in their custody to begin with, certainly the father with that kind of criminal background. I'm wondering with that criminal past and what we know about that now, is that enough for probable cause in a case like this?
Don't think it is. I think we are still seeing a really active investigation. I know the police are looking at as many video surveillance camera angles as they can. The mother had such a ridiculous story that didn't pass the red face test. She, of course, claimed that she got hit over the head and was rendered unconscious. Good news is now most of these businesses have video cameras. There are Ring cameras, possible cell phone video. They are still very clearly piecing this case together. I'll tell you one other thing, too. I think that the police, by charging both of them, are hoping that one parent flips and provides testimony against the other parent.
Hold on one second, guys. Apparently, allegedly, I'm reading this from TikTok. Where are you getting that information? That's what I'd like to know. So I could pull it up and I could show it to you guys, right? Where are you getting this? Because apparently in what? No, he did not. On the Tita got arrested? What? Say nah. That's gotta be a lie. That's gotta be a lie. Hold on. Let me just check something. Because they're apparently saying that they were granted, at least the chat is saying on TikTok, they're saying that that the two were granted the bail, the $1 million bail each. Okay, that they apparently got out of court. Hearing is over because I know it's an arraignment. It's not going to be a very long situation. Okay, but let me see something here. And if that's true, that's insane. But let me just see. I'm just seeing if Anybody on TikTok has been saying something as well, because that is pretty insane stuff. I mean, they're apparently outside doing interviews. So again, let's see. Come on with it. See nothing. What the hell? Yeah, like the okay. Shout out to Neek at Night, okay? She's covering this too, but look.
Today, we simply continued the arraignment.
What?
The arraignment is reset for next Thursday, September 4th. At that point, hopefully we'll have a police report, run a conflict check, and we'll decide to keep one, and we'll conflict on the other.
So what happens then? Why can't you represent both? And if so, then what happens to the other person?
I'm going to see if I can find a better feed. I'm going to roll this back too, actually. Give me a second, because from what we're understanding...
Press conference.
Ooh.
Or if you want us to go. Okay, this is the press conference, guys.
This just came out of nowhere. Like, and no...
What's wrong? I guess so. What happened today? It looks like you were
Now, so again, I'm going to let this run. Give me a second. I'm looking for some things. Yeah, on the Tila was detained. What the hell? What the hell?
However, we have limited information. All we have is a felony complaint at this point. We don't have police reports, anything of that nature. So the public defender's office is appointed to represent people who cannot afford private counsel. Initially, we received word that one or both would have private counsel. It appears that neither have private counsel. We cannot represent both. So for today, we simply continued the arraignment. The arraignment is reset for next Thursday, September 4th. At that point, hopefully we'll have a police report, run a conflict check, and we'll decide to keep one, and then we'll conflict on the other.
So what happens then? Why can't you represent both? And
That's
if
weird.
So then what happens to the other person who also needs counsel?
So in this county, there's something called the conflict panel. So it's private attorneys who are contracted with the county of Riverside. When we cannot represent somebody in the public defender's office, we declare a conflict, and a conflict attorney, who is a private attorney that is a contract with the county, represents the other individual.
Mr. Castro, is it your understanding that Jake and Rebecca, is it their intention to hire a private attorney? Have they communicated that to you at all?
They have not. Please don't assume that they told me anything. It just appears from the fact that there was nobody here today. I had heard on the news that there was other attorneys that kind of popped up, and it's my understanding, just word of mouth, that there is no private counsel.
So just to make sure, so the public defender's office can't represent both of them, so you can't represent Jake, and another person from the public defender's office can't represent Rebecca?
We cannot keep.
So one of them will have to get a...
Yes.
Or no, they'll be assigned.
To speak with these individuals extensively, and I know you can't talk about your conversations with them, but what is their demeanor? What can you tell us?
Well, from what I can say, I did not have any significant conversations with either Jake or Rebecca. I simply went over the procedures, told them what we needed to do given the circumstances. So, like I said, we'll keep one, either Jake or Rebecca at my office. May not be me.
Yeah, this is very low, guys. I got it all the way up. 1 second. There's no live feeds of this. Insane.
Is it usual, because on the complaint is with them together. So is it usual to split them apart to give them different attorneys, or because I would assume they would have had the same attorney for one case judged by the DA's complaint, but you're saying that's not the case.
So wild.
If the factual situation calls for one or more individuals than one to be charged with a crime, then they'll all be on the same criminal complaint. It's just they will all have different attorneys.
ethics.
The bail was set by schedule. So for now, because count one is the charge of murder, schedule, which is a predetermined amount, is set at $1 million.
How did they seem to you? Did you talk to them together or separately?
I can't really get into that. You saw them as well as I did in court.
So the lawyers.
Hopefully that satisfies a little bit.
What were the other?
Don't worry.
What were the other bail amounts for? What case? The 10,000 and the 35,000.
There's trailing cases out of the Banning Court, minor matters that Mr. Haro had. So those simply are continued behind the murder case, and then we exonerated the bail bond.
Because he was on probation.
To tell you the truth, I don't know all the details about that, but
He's brand new to this, guys. Yeah, it's not me, guys. It's the feed. Don't worry.
Felon in possession of a firearm hearing.
1 second. I'll explain everything in a second.
So that's information I don't know. I'll have to dig in, depending upon which individual we keep, right? But for now, the main case, the controlling case, is the case you're here on, and that's reset here in Riverside. All other cases will be on the same calendar here. Should be.
Do you know why these private attorneys kind of faded away? I mean, did one quit on Jake?
This is so strange. Don't worry. I'm going to explain. We're going to talk about it all. Just give me a second, guys.
So the law of conflicts is complicated. We'll have to figure out which case we'll keep. Depends if we've represented somebody in the past, for instance. So we'll go ahead and make that determination maybe today, and we'll be ready next week.
Has there been a confession that led to the 60 freeway search?
I don't know any. I know nothing about the case. Again, we don't have any police reports on the defense side.
He has no idea what's going on.
Okay.
All right.
I got another matter.
Thank you, Brian.
He has no idea what's going on. Okay, guys, that is some very interesting stuff. Shout out to Neek at Night. Because without her feed, without us being able to see that feed, we would have had nothing. Okay, because they did not live broadcast that, because I think it was so impromptu. There was a part where a guy literally ran up and was still trying to plug microphones in, trying to plug up his microphone. That's how fast and impromptu this happened. So the lawyer for both of them showed up and started talking. Don't worry, we're going to I'm going to try to see, because I'm sure that they like recorded this and now they're about to they're literally going to start sending this up. Okay. They're going to be sending it up and it's going to be all over the internet. So give it a second. This is all going to be uploaded in the next 5-10 minutes. So just give it a second and we're going to look at another video and hopefully it'll be better sound than that. That was very impromptu. That was very last minute, out of nowhere, just shooting from the hip type of journalism. Okay. Because that was not fully planned. You'd think that they would have had a little bit more planning. And you know for a fact there would be more, right? A little bit more going on here. But yeah, and I might come back to this, because if we don't find it, I might have to replay that whole thing all over again, because it's very confusing. I'm going to be real. I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused because... Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'm still trying to process this crap. Like, what in the hell is going on? Now, first off, Nancy Liu from News Nation just posted this. Okay, so now they have a continuance, guys. Okay, they have a continuance. So their arraignment is not for today. It's now for September 4th. So next Thursday is when they're going to be arraigned. Can you believe that BS? So now, instead of them getting hit with the hammer of justice, okay, the midnight hammer, completely obliterated, they're not having that anymore. That's going to be next Thursday. All right? They're repped by public defenders. So Rebecca was in a blue inmate jumpsuit, and he was in red. Neither neither printed to speak. Proceeding lasted just a few minutes. Pool video should be out soon. So what we just saw from, shout out to Neek at Night, real talk, okay? She does some fantastic work too, guys. Neek at Night does fantastic work too, okay? But yes, another Temu lawyer shows up and he's like, yep, I don't know anything, y'all. That's literally what happened. Like, if you didn't catch what, if you didn't, the one takeaway, the main takeaway you can get from this is that lawyer didn't know a damn thing. He's like, I don't know anything. I just got the gig. I'm just here to represent them, and I need more time to understand what the hell is actually going on. So yeah, I don't know anything. Yeah, I don't know a damn thing. Crazy. Okay, so the arraignment has been continued, or it has been postponed and is being moved to September 4th. Now, this only makes things better, you would hope, for the DA. Why? Gives them a little bit more time to try to find this baby and get as much evidence as they can. So when it comes to the arraignment on Thursday, they smash that hammer hard on top of these mother lovers. Okay? But the lawyer couldn't really say much because he didn't have any answers, because he doesn't know anything. He just got the gig. Like I said, he's just like, oh my Lord, I'm supposed to be playing the lead role, and I don't even know the lines to this play. I need a second to go over the lines. Wait, what happens? So I'm the bad guy in the movie. Oh wow, I didn't know that. While the play, while the movie or the play is still going on. I don't know. I don't know anything, guys. I'm just here. We just talked. We didn't talk much. We didn't really have time to talk. So we're here. But by the way, this is kind of normal. That's normal. I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, and we all sit there like, Temu lawyer. Well, I mean, it is kind of a Temu lawyer, okay? It's not like they went and hired the best and the brightest. And I'm not sitting here saying that this lawyer is not bright or the best, but he's a public defender. He's not getting paid. You see what I'm saying? This is not a Shapiro or like an Agnifilo, okay? Or a Garagos. You see what I'm saying? This is a public defender. So he probably got the file slapped onto his table, and he's like, oh, what is this? What am I doing? Okay, Rebecca and Jake Haro. Okay. Conk, hi, you're Rebecca. Okay, you're Jake, the fake. Okay, nice to meet you guys. We're going to see what we can do about everything, blah, blah, blah. But we got to go in that room right now. Okay? Anything you want to say before we get going? No? Okay, let's go. And then they go into the room. And that's it. And they're like, hey, can we please get a continuance on this arraignment? We still need a little bit more time. So on and so forth, right? Either the DA asked for that or the public defender asked for that. And then, of course, it was granted. So it's crazy. Crazy. Now, I don't know if, on the tira got arrested or no. Don't worry. There's a lot of things that are going on, but if he got arrested, that's terrible. We'll get to that here in a second. But most importantly, we're here to find out exactly what went down in that courtroom during their supposed arraignment that didn't actually happen at all. So now they're going to be doing an arraignment later, next week, next Thursday. Okay. So 1 second, guys. I'm trying to pull up. This is the one thing that's really frustrating about this one. This one, as far as the media coverage about this, has been very sloppy. It has been all over the damn place, and it's very annoying because usually you just go to one spot and there it is, right? But unfortunately, this situation, nope. Okay, nope. Hold on. 1 second, guys. That was insane. One of them has got to have this out like now, but we'll see. Let's see if Court TV's got something. Nothing yet. Yeah, I mean, I get it. They got to go there. They got to edit it. They got to still do their bumpers on it, all that crap, and then send it up, right? But let me see. While we wait on that, let's see what's going on with the information about what was actually going on. I mean, again, let's see. Hold on. Let's see here. Come on. Yeah, under Tita is right there.
Like I said, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, it was.
Take a look at this.
I almost said something too, but I already knew.
He's right there.
Once he said it, I knew. I was like, yeah, because I was gonna say the Ola thing too.
They really do.
Yeah. The cop. She told me, she's like, we could arrest you. She goes, but this is a misdemeanor charge. She goes, you don't. We don't want to see you recording no more, etc. That's why I had to take the video down. I posted a video. Then they knew it. They saw it, and right away they came, got me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm still lucky they let me back in. That was enough to tell me to leave.
Yeah.
See?
And what he did. So, but you know.
But so
luckily they didn't.
He's right there.
Like they did him.
He's famous. Look at
Well, because it was still during the court proceeding. He did it at the end.
You're amazing. That's why we love you. He is. He's like famous.
Famousness.
So see, like literally, he's doing, like he's alive. He's fine. He hasn't been arrested. It sounds like one of them almost got in trouble because they posted a video from maybe inside the courtroom, which is not something you do. You don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. So it's not a smart move, y'all. It is not a smart move. So, and I don't think he's that crazy to do something like that. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, let's see.
I'm sorry about your call. I saw that first thing in the morning. I know.
You do? You guys do understand? Keep putting I do, that you do understand. I'm going to show Ahmed right now that you guys understand why he did it.
Oh, yeah.
Send me a message in case I know it's you.
What's you? I message you again. I'll send you a message.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I guess he was arrested.
Hey, wait. Yeah, that's if they'll respond to you, fool, she's gonna blow up. But look, so I'm telling people why you said hola. Man, me and homie waiting what they did. He's like, I got a bail company. He's like, he needs a bail. We're gonna bail him out.
I was like, I'm
so Trip. People are wondering why you said hola, and I said because it's like a reminder to her. Like, how
He
could you
said,
have said
"Hola."
something so stupid? How could you have thought the public was going to believe something like that? And it's your way of protesting to her and
Stop.
to everybody.
It was just a bad decision, bro. Honestly,
Nah, it
like,
wasn't, homie. Don't feel bad,
it was,
dog.
it was just,
Stop.
no, it really was. Because look, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Apparently,
I'm not gonna
okay.
apologize to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. I'm not gonna stand there in front of the sergeant and the lieutenant and apologize and say, I feel really bad, and they come out here and be like, oh yeah, I was protesting. I'm not gonna do
Well,
that.
no. It's not
I'm not gonna do that.
I feel like
I apologize and I stand by that apology, bro.
100% you do.
To everybody, not to Rebecca.
But what did it mean for you
Not
to say?
today,
Right.
But to the
Oh
to the
my
department,
God.
yeah, I
The apology,
Okay.
we understand, but I want people to understand
God.
why you said it. I feel like there was a deeper
Hold on.
I
meaning.
wanted her to hear it.
Exactly.
That's it. I wanted her to hear it. Nothing more, nothing less.
So sorry, I gotta pause this, but he was I thought it was gonna be something like he just lost his doggone mind. Okay, guys, on the theater, apparently, while in court, as they're coming in and sitting down and getting, the arraignment started, the hearing started, he screams out "Hola!" And that's what got him detained. Because you're not supposed to say anything. So they were about to hold him in contempt of court. But then they decided not to do that. They let him go. He was just out there roasting. Yeah, he was just roasting that ass. He was just roasting that ass. That's all. So as soon as everything got started, he's like, hola. I guess you got one life to live, right? You might as well live it fully. Okay? Say what you need to say. Get it off your chest. All I hope is that he said it with his chest. Okay? But that is insane. All right? He literally, wow. He's lucky he didn't get a charge, that he didn't get thrown into a holding cell of any kind. He got lucky. And then he said, yo, after that, I just apologized. I said, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. I'm sorry. They don't play, man. These courts don't play, though. And then I guess L.A. Glizzy, and I don't know if this is entirely true, but it sounded like he posted a video, if I'm correct, from maybe inside of the courtroom. And you're not supposed to do that as well. I saw somebody else try. I saw it in the feed up here because, when you look up like live, on this platform, you try to, and there's a bunch of people going live, you know what I mean? With Emmanuel Haro's, name and, that kind of thing. And I think there was another person that tried to sneak their phone into the courtroom as well. And then that feed got shut off. You see what I'm saying? People were literally going in and trying to broadcast the hearing. You're not supposed to do that. If cameras are not allowed to be in the courtroom, cameras are not allowed to be in the courtroom. That's it. You can get in some serious trouble when you do that. Serious trouble. And yes, you're not supposed to be screaming hola in court. You're not supposed to do that. But I appreciate him doing it, though. I will say that. I appreciate him saying that. I do. He risked it all, though. He took a risk. He got lucky. He can't do that ever again. And that goes to show to all you guys, okay? Don't do that, okay? Because they can lock you up for that.
Like I'm not that sinister. If I really don't know if that's true, bro. I can't confirm these images. Shout out to come over here, girl.
Hey, I'm gonna go launch my drone. I could do it.
I'm pretty sure that if the Hudas didn't know, I'm sure they went there already.
Where exactly is that?
It's on the 60 freeway. It's on the 60 freeway from Beaumont into Moreno Valley at the Badlands, right before the Gilman Springs exit to the right.
I'm gonna try to go scope it out right now.
But if you go down that embankment, there's a tunnel that goes directly under the freeway. That's where I was at last night. And I don't know if that's I'm pretty sure that's how the tunnel.
He ain't stopping.
But look.
Can't stop, won't
stop. So the tunnel runs this way. This is the tunnel. This is the freeway,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So
crazy.
you come this way like that through the.
It runs north and south under the freeway.
This is the 60. This is where they came this way to look down for the cadaver dog.
Right.
The trail that goes down, and there's a tunnel that goes under the freeway.
Right.
I went through. It's about 100, maybe 200 yards, right? And there's nothing in there. There was nothing in there. Maybe a couple rocks, but there's nothing in there. So I made it all the way to the other side, and I remember when I was there on Sunday, I was overlooking the ravine where the cadaver dogs were, and I seen something down there. It looked like a carpet to me. And I seen it, and I was like, but they didn't go there. They weren't.
They were
down in the cut.
Yeah, I saw that in the video, yes.
I even told the Hura, like, that looks like it could be a baby wrapped in a carpet or something, but I figured I got there late. Like, they had already been there like an hour. So I figured they had already looked. Maybe they cleared it. I don't know, because I don't talk to investigators while they're investigating.
Right.
Now, again, he's talking about being at this other place, right? He went to this other area around the same area that Jake took the police to, okay, off that freeway and all that. Now he is basically saying, like, I went down there. I saw some things that were questionable, and I'm wondering if police actually saw those things. There's also something that he posted on his on his TikTok account where it's like a screenshot, okay? There's a screenshot or a photo allegedly of a baby. And he's like, hey, does anybody know? And it's like just a baby laying on the ground. And he's like, hey, does anybody know where this area is? Can anyone just help me find this particular area? But it didn't look like it would match the description of Emmanuel, right? But again, nonetheless, this is very, very interesting nonetheless, okay? Real quick, before we continue, do me a solid, guys. Of course, we're talking about, there's a lot going on here. Okay. And you'd think that we're done with this case, or at least done with this chapter of the case, with at least the arraignment, and the arraignment has now been postponed for next week. Okay. So next Thursday is when they're going to have their doggone arraignment. This is very crazy. Okay. Carol Ann, thank you so much. Vinny Politan. Shout out to Vinny Politan. Okay. The Beast. All right. Mad love and respect for him. Said live they were arraigned. The preliminary hearing is September 4th. This sounded like it was another arraignment. We're going to be listening to it because they're going to be putting down the press conference. That very impromptu press conference will be uploaded somewhere at some point here very soon. When it does, we're going to talk, and we're going to listen to it. But from what it sounded like, he said the arraignment, their own lawyer, their public defender lawyer said, yes, we postponed the arraignment for next Thursday, September 4th. Okay. Just want to remind you, Desiree, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate it on TikTok. Let me show you what I mean. Right here. Wait, hold on. Not there. Hold on. Dang it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Nancy Liu. Hold on. She's the one who reported it as well. Take a look at this. Just one more time. So maybe, maybe Vinny Politan is a little wrong. Maybe. It might be. But look, update. Arraignment for both of them continued to September 4th. September 4th is when they're supposed to be doing their arraignment now. They've gotten a continuance on their arraignment. Okay? Neither prompted to speak. That's the typo that she made. Okay, she said, oops, not printed, but prompted to speak. Okay? And of course, there should be a video out very soon of that press conference that we're all still waiting to see with better sound. But of course, shout out to Nick at Night, because, without her randomly covering that live, we'd be sitting here twiddling our thumbs trying to figure out what the hell happened. Okay? But that's from News Nation's own Nancy Liu. Okay? So hopefully there's going to be the press conference very, very soon. But give it time. Let's go back over to Glizzy's live feed real quick. Let's just see what else is going on.
Right. I'm right behind you. I slept 3.5, 4 hours.
I sleep. That's how much I sleep every night. Imagine times.
Make sure you get rest, dog.
Maybe that's why I'm sick,
sleep, bro. Sleep.
Relax.
Sleep, bro. You need to sleep. You need to sleep too, bro.
But that's I told you about Eastville.
No.
That's what, yeah. What'd you say?
So new developments in Eastvale that
Breaking right here, breaking through only
yeah, this is
only through
breaking
on the
news.
tira, only through on the tira.
So we got a call right before we went into the court and from an employee at the Costco Eastvale, and they have surveillance footage of Emmanuel, Rebecca, Jake, and the whole family at the Eastvale Costco. And so that tells, this was August 10th, sorry. So that tells us Emmanuel was alive on the 10th. On the 10th. So the 3rd has left the chat other than the Waterman discount, which was clucking her Trump coins and shit.
Yeah.
She was. I'm not just saying that.
That's fact. She was clucking stuff.
She clubbed some quarters, and she got like $400, $500, $600 in like coins, and then she had a couple of Trump memorabilia coins. Not that I care.
One can only speculate that they probably even used some of that money to buy some of the shit that they were buying.
Well, she was clucking everything because this coin dealer,
crazy, y'all.
He made multiple purchases with her or sales with her. And this is a coin collector. It's not like you could just bring like jewelry and hawk your silver. Like these are mint condition.
They're about to only buy his monedas, homie.
Coin shop. These are coin shop.
Monedas only,
so
homie.
This Jaina knows coins. She knows coins, and she was collecting her coins. And then she got enough money. She obviously knows what she has.
Yeah.
But I have a new tip, you guys. I don't know if you guys want to try to put this together.
Go lay it on us. Lay it on us.
Hear me out. So we barely found out that Emmanuel turned 8 months on the 25th or 21st.
First 21st.
So we know that he just turned 8 months. People were saying that he was 9 months. She was telling us he was born in December, but now she's saying he was. I don't know. It's just kind of like there's a couple months in between that it could have went either way, right?
Yeah, his name.
And then I'm thinking, why did he sock her up? And why is the cousin dead in the same time as Emmanuel? And that tells me, wasn't Jake in jail like a few months ago? Like during the time that Emmanuel had gotten pregnant, or excuse me, Rebecca. So that tells me, how do I even know that Emmanuel is even Jake's baby and not the dude that passed away?
Yo!
I'm just saying, because they're both Haro, or the cousin. The cousin is not Haro. So
okay, now this is where things go off the rails. Okay, because of course, you know, Ahmed is basically saying, hey, you know, what if Emmanuel's not even Jake's baby? What? Yo, I'm sorry. Now that would be a very interesting theory, wouldn't it be? Okay. But wait a second. Is Jake's brother the one that passed? I thought he passed away years ago, the brother. When did he pass? I thought he passed away in 2023. Somewhere around 2023 or something like that. So it wouldn't make any sense for Emmanuel to be his biological child. It wouldn't make any sense. His passing is very, very suspicious. Yes, it is very suspicious. But it doesn't mean, 2021? Then it was 2021. Sorry about that. His passing. This kid would be years old if it was 2021. So the baby's not the brothers. Okay? It's an interesting theory, but it's not correct. Okay? It's not correct. But the live has ended. But that is a very interesting theory. I will say that I don't think it's correct. Okay? I don't think it's correct. Okay, y'all. But it's a theory nonetheless. Somebody going to look into that. Somebody got to look into that for sure. Let me see. Like, it shouldn't take this long to put up a freaking video of the press conference that just happened. I mean, it shouldn't take that long. It really shouldn't. They're probably trying to air it on TV before they actually air it and put it online as well, which is annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. We still looking. Because I was hoping for a better sounding press conference than what we saw. So I'm looking around, guys.
Drawing the 7th largest prize in the game's history. The jackpot has an estimated lump sum cash value.
Nope. Nope to that too. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I'm just seeing what the heck is going on. Let's see. Yeah, I already showed. Thank you, Medusa, but I already showed the feed as well. Golly. I mean, yeah, they do have photos of them in court right there. Like I said, he chilling in the cut. She clearly looks tense. I'm telling you right now, like something's going to happen where, like I said, reality is going to set in this woman's mind. Reality is going to set in on this woman and she is going to flip. That's what I truly think. Okay? That's what I truly think. She gonna flip. She most definitely gonna flip on this woman. Sounds not off, guys. I'm doing good over here. I don't know why. I'm going in and out. I don't know. She gonna flip. Let's hear. She most definitely gonna flip. Sound solid to me. So you might have to just refresh the feed. Okay? Just so you guys know. Just refresh. All right? So yeah. Wild, right? But we out here, we're looking. Hold on. You think that the feed would be out here a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, she's looking rough. She is definitely looking rough. And again, what do you expect? When you know for a fact you did something, you lied. Okay? When you did something and you straight up bold-faced lie. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I guess I was hoping to see something more, but we're not seeing that. We're not seeing anything at all. Yeah, that press conference, it's like it doesn't even exist. You see what I'm saying? That's insane. That doesn't make any, like, you know what I mean? If you got audio issues, just hit the refresh. It's not on my end. Everything's Gucci over here. But again, that's so crazy that they had a press conference and it's nowhere to be found. The only person that showed it was Neek at Night, and that's it. And that's it. And we just saw that. What the hell's going on? You saw all those people. You had Court TV out there. You had all these people and nothing. CA Human, yes, that is the most emotion that we've actually seen. Real emotion. That was real emotion that we saw on her face. Okay, that was actually real. That one was real. Everything else, I don't know about all that. Okay, I don't know about all that. But this is a little frustrating because, of course, we want to see the stuff and keep it moving, but we're not getting the stuff that we need. You see what I'm saying? So here's the update for those of y'all who are just a little bit late to the party, okay? First and foremost, the arraignment has now been moved to next Thursday, not today. Yes, they have been charged with M charges. They have been charged with that and false police report, making a false police report. Those are the two charges that they're looking at. They still do have a $1 million bond each. So that would be $2 million each, or $2 million together. Okay, collectively $2 million. But they don't have an arraignment until next Thursday. This is at least what they were saying at this impromptu press conference that just happened very quick. We just saw that. So just so you guys know, that's part one of this whole situation. Okay. Part two is we are still trying to get more information on why they got this continuance on this particular arraignment. Why? Okay. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So they have been hit with charges. That is true. They are still locked up in prison or in jail until God knows when. Okay. And we are still waiting to see what's going to happen next. Now it's going to be a matter of waiting till next Thursday to see what they actually do. Yeah, this is weird. They had a press conference and that video is nowhere. That is just so strange to me. And you know for a fact this is a hot topic and they don't have it out here. That just doesn't make sense to me, guys. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, video will be out soon, but like I said, no one's put it out, which is weird. It's very, very odd to me. That's very odd. Very, very odd. Where the heck? This is very frustrating, guys. Sorry. Just you'd think that we'd have a little bit more. It's like I said, this is just weird to me. You'd think that they'd be like on this, like hard, right? And they're not. So it's weird. I mean, we heard the press conference. That is for sure. But it is weird that this is what, like, that's all we've gotten so far. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else. So again, they are doing a continuance on the arraignment. They are doing that on Thursday, next Thursday. The dude had the lawyer that they had clearly had no idea what the hell. Had no idea what the hell he was talking about. He was like, it was very clear to me that he just received the case. And so he's like, hey, I need more time. I'm sure he was asking for more time so he knows what the hell's going on with this particular case. He's a public defender. This is what usually happens. They get thrown files, and then they're going, who am I representing? And it's like, oh, damn, okay, I'm representing that particular person. Okay, all right, bet. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we are seeing so far. But again, they're scheduled again to be arraigned on September 4th, which is next Thursday. Okay? Now, I got to show this to you guys. This is from Abby Blabby, and this is on her Facebook page. And if this is true, this is interesting. So remember that guy, Vincent Hughes? Remember that mother lover, Vincent Hughes? Yeah, the dude who goes, well, if something falls and comes back up, well, then that just seems like it corroborates the story, right? He apparently has filed a motion to withdraw from the case. Although this has not been confirmed yet, sources are also saying the judge was kicking people out of the courtroom for attempting to record the hearing. Like I just told you guys, dudes were in there recording, and it was multiple people. It wasn't just one person. It was multiple people trying to record, live stream the situation, which is messed up. You don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, they said, yeah, that's what Glizzy said in his live. He said they came up to him and said, stop streaming or you're going straight to jail. And he said, oh, say less. And he stopped the feed. People were recording inside the courtroom. That's insane, guys. Absolutely insane. Additionally, a TikTok user on the Tira was possibly got detained for saying hola, okay, to Rebecca, which is hilarious. But I don't recommend you do that, okay? He got lucky. He got away by the skin of his teeth for sure on that situation. But dang, what a crazy circus, right? General, thank you so much. The title, they titled the baby as Doe. Yes, they did. And I think they did that because the fact that baby Emmanuel is a baby, right? Nini, thank you so much for the love. Thanks for keeping me updated while at work. No problem. Just get that money, girl. You better get that money, okay? Hopefully I'm keeping you entertained and keeping you not bored, okay, at the job. Because I know some of these jobs can be boring, all right? Annie, thank you so much. I wonder what was the smoking gun evidence. Probably the security cam footage, the substantial amount of red that they found in the house. I feel like those are two big things, right? You have a lot of red in the house. You have substantial red in the house. Then you also have footage of her just falling on the floor, right? That's possible. I just have a feeling this is like an onion. This is layered, okay? This is layered like an onion. I have a feeling the more that they peel back, there's going to be more and more craziness that's going to come out. Now, I already know. Trust me, guys. You could stop sending me the email about this other Rebecca Bushausen person, okay? You could stop sending it to me. This does not look like her. To me, it doesn't. I don't, and I get everybody's like, well, wait. That's the girl. She faked a pregnancy back in the day. It's the same girl. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. With all due respect, I think it happens to be another person that has her name, the same name. You don't need to send me that anymore because I don't believe it. I don't think that it's her. I don't. I'm seeing screenshots of this stuff and I'm going, nah. 2009 hoax, and this woman does not look anywhere near what this woman looks like today. Okay? But again, it's a theory. I get it, but I don't think it's real. Okay? Respectfully, I don't think it's real. Okay? But the smoking gun evidence for sure is definitely the security cam footage, copious amounts of red in the house. That's what I think. There may be more stuff, right? Carbonized Stardust, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Emmanuel means God is with us. Not religious, but may he be with these legal teams. May he be with these legal teams who are speaking for this sweet child who can't. Right? Yeah, may they bring the hammer of justice down. Absolutely. I agree 110%. Suzanne, thank you so much for the love. Okay. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Jojo Beans. How does Emmanuel have developmental disabilities but no medical history, no pediatric records or birth certificate? Is extremely suspicious. What? Seriously? I don't know about that part. Well, the pediatric records is interesting to me, right? Like the kid never went to go and get checked up. That doesn't make any sense. They didn't take him in to go get checked up. But by the way, this information right here about the medical history or no birth certificate is very interesting to me as well. And then also at the same time, the developmental disabilities, I think, was inflicted upon him. Okay? That's what I think. I think the developmental disabilities happened to him. I don't think he was born with it. You see what I'm saying? But that's interesting about the birth certificate. That would be news to me, Jojo. I need to look into that a little bit more too. Sunshine, thank you so much. It is official. They are both insane. Abso-freaking-lutely. They have lost their marbles. Okay. Arya, thank you so much for the love. Love your show, Pascal. You're such a good soul. I can tell through the phone. Mwah. Thank you so much. Love your content, but please tell me on the tira is okay. Yeah, he's fine. He got detained for 2 seconds and then he said, yo, I'm sorry. And they let him go. So he's fine now. Okay. But I appreciate your concern. General Genobi, jurisdiction changed so fast they needed a continuation. Maybe it has to do with jurisdiction. I don't know. Like I said, it's to me, it sounded like they wanted more time to come up, okay. The one thing I'm trying to figure out is if it's the DA that wanted a continuance or if it was the defense that wanted a continuance. That's one thing I'm still trying to figure out. Okay. Because I feel like the continuance would help for not only for Rebecca and Jake, but it would also help for the DA because it gives them more time to search for the baby and search for more clues, right? So maybe. Rachel, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Society justice or prison justice. Amen. Nailed to a cross and call it religion. Well, for the first comment, we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. Let's get that justice first. Let's get that legal justice first. And then whatever happens behind bars happens behind bars. That's their life, right? You never know. You never know. The only burger we're eating is Jake's ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what they're saying, the Co-Burger. Right? Yeah, I don't understand the no birth certificate part. I need to look into that. That's something new to me. That's something brand spanking new to me. So I need to look at that. Real talk. CA, or I think it's Cali Human. Thank you so much. Or California Human, or CA Human. I don't know. But the more pressure the public applies, the more resources are given to the case. The more resources used, increases of results of finding baby Emmanuel. Absolutely. See, this is the reason why streamers, content creators, etc., are so important, more important than ever before. Of the likes you've never seen, they're so important because of that. Because now you know for a fact there are people out here that are breathing down, because like the police now know that the public is breathing down their necks. Where's Emmanuel? Where's Emmanuel? Where's Emmanuel? Where's Emmanuel? And they're going to keep saying that until they say, fine, we found him. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said in the last show, that's why it's so important. Yes, it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it gets crazy and it gets murky and it gets, it turns into a circus, but it's all part of the situation. If you really think about it, this was what it was like back in the day without the internet. It was just the rumor mill and people doing things out here in these streets. And it was all being covered by the news, by legacy media. Real talk. The only difference is that now people have their phones, people have their cameras, easier access to do a lot more stuff and do a lot more coverage. You can be in that picket line. You can be out there in those streets simply by being on your phone. Simply by putting out that hashtag Emmanuel or justice for such and such. You see what I'm saying? It's very, it's the way that we live in, the world that we live in now. Yes, it's important, if you want to protest and you want to be out there in the streets. Yes, it's important. Do you, right? But you can also show up in solidarity online. That carries a lot of weight too. That really does. It really, really does. Sunshine, thank you so much. Sound in and out. Can't understand you, Pascal. Yeah, I know this is old, but yeah, if you're having issues with the sound, just hit that refresh. Refresh that button. Hit that refresh button and, come on back to the show. All right? Thank you so much for the heads up, though. No Joy here. Thank you so much. None of Rebecca's family knew she had a baby. Sus. Yeah, it is sus. I mean, that's at least what's being said out here, right? That's what's being said out here, right? Hold on, let me see something. Somebody just said, Dawn just said New York Post. Okay, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. What's the breaking news? What's the breaking news, though? Let's see. All these pop-ups. Dear Lord. Okay, I mean, we do know this already, but hold on. Let me just show the title to you guys. But we already know about this. Okay, it's not really breaking news, but we'll see what happens. What's being said in the article itself, because that there may be new additional pieces of information, which will be obviously important here. Okay, so No Joy. Okay, yeah, none of them knew about none of the Rebecca's family knew about the baby, which is weird, right? That is a bit strange. I'm wondering what's up with that, right? And I know that was coming from, if I'm correct, and I don't want to misquote, anybody, but if I'm correct, Murder by Nature podcast pointed that out on their TikToks. Great channel, by the way. Go check them out. Okay. If you're on TikTok, but I am kind of curious about that as well. Like I said, if it's true about the birth certificate not existing, that's something that's weird. Okay. That's something that's weird. But let's continue on. We got 2 more. Cass, thank you so much for the love. Just found your program yesterday, and I could listen to you speak all day. Thank you so much. Thank you for being so articulate and grounded. Justice for baby Emmanuel, new subscriber. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Seriously. Okay. I really do appreciate that. Beautiful messy ball. Thank you so much. Crazy, not insane. Insane lets him off the hook. You ain't wrong with that, though. You ain't wrong with that, beautiful messy ball. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong with that. Okay. Like, yeah. You ain't wrong. So yeah. Crazy for sure. Crazy for sure. Let's take a look at this article. All right. Parents of tragic little Emmanuel Haro's charged with M. Okay. As it surfaced, they were subject of CA or child A call. Okay. Around the same time he vanished, which we already know about this. Okay. We talked about this in a whole other video. New York Post is a little late to the party, but I'm wondering if there's something new in here that we don't know. Right. So we already know the origin story to everything. So let's see. Riverside County sheriffs revealed that they responded to a report of suspected child A near the sporting goods store on the same day Emmanuel vanished. Wait, what? Say that again? What? Wait a second. What? See, what's interesting is that information. They said that he went, the report of child A happened the Thursday before the arrest. At least that's what I was gathering. Okay. So, and hold on. Peg just said press conference tomorrow. Is that true? 1 p.m. Eastern, so noon tomorrow. Is that true? So again, like, that's what I'm confused about. This is from New York Post. I'm reading this from New York Post. Okay. They're now saying that I guess at least the timeline has been moved up as far as when this child A report was made. They're saying it happened on the same day Emmanuel went missing. So now that's interesting. That's interesting. Let me repeat that again. They revealed that police responded to a report of suspected child A near the sporting goods store on the same day Emmanuel vanished, and that the Haros are actually linked to that actual probe. Sheriff said that the report involved a home on Cottonwood Avenue in Moreno Valley, just down the road from Big Five Sporting Goods, where Rebecca claimed an unseen man knocked her unconscious and carried off with Emmanuel. So what the hell? The couple also has a 2-year-old daughter who is now in the custody of Riverside County Child Protective Services. So there was a call about child A, I'm assuming on their 2-year-old baby, 2-year-old daughter, the same day that Emmanuel vanished. They might not have this correct. The investigation is related to the Haros, and no further details are available, authorities said in a statement. So on August 21st at 12:30 p.m., deputies were dispatched. We read this, see, but that's not correct. Look at that. August 21st. Let me say that again. This article got it all wrong. The article's wrong. I'll repeat it again. The article's wrong. When did he go missing? A whole week before August 21st. A week ago, a week before August 21st, you do the reverse math, is August, August 14th. This is wrong. This is completely inaccurate. Let me repeat this again. Look, let me just repeat the first thing we just read. Okay? They said that there were reports of suspicious child A near the sporting goods store on the same day Emmanuel vanished. Emmanuel vanished when, guys? August 14th. Let's skip down a little bit, shall we? They're saying that this was near the sporting goods store. So at the same time that Emmanuel gets picked up and scooped away, there's a phone call being made, allegedly from them, about the 2-year-old daughter in an area on the same day. He went missing on the 14th. Let's get this timeline right. That's not right. Then they go back and they say, on August 21st, deputies were dispatched to the 23,000 block of Cottonwood Avenue, Moreno Valley, regarding to the report of child A. Investigators responded to the location regarding to those allegations, and the investigation remains ongoing. No further details are available at this time. This is on August 21st. This poor little boy was allegedly reported being taken from her on August 14th. So those dates are completely wrong. Also, August 21st is the day before they actually got arrested. They got arrested on the 22nd of August, the very next day. So that part is true. They just got their math wrong. They got their timeline wrong. It did not happen on the same day, babies. This did not happen on the same day. So we already been reported this. They just jacked it up. They truly just jacked this up. They need to go and edit that. They need to edit that quickly. Okay? But that's inaccurate. But we did talk about that already. I appreciate you keeping me up to date on that information, but it's inaccurate. Okay? It's wrong. It's inaccurate. Timeline is wrong. Now, we do now know, at least from doing enough thinking about it, okay? That 911 phone call about the child A has everything to do with that baby girl, with that 2-year-old girl. Okay? And and as far as that New York Post, it could literally be a mistake, a typo, a misunderstanding. They just need to get in there and fix it fast. They need to fix it as soon as possible because that's not correct. Okay? Even the media makes mistakes. Look, even legacy medias make mistakes. They do. We all make mistakes. It is what it is, but that is inaccurate. That is very inaccurate. Okay. Holy cow. It's inaccurate like a mug. Okay. Inaccurate like a mug. Okay. Webster, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Glad to finally catch you live. You're amazing, and I love your commentary. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. But guys, okay. I'm going to wrap it up here. Okay. I might be on a little bit later on tonight. I don't know. It depends on if there's any updates or anything new that's popping off. Keep your eyes open and all that. With, if I do end up doing a live, it might be a pop-up video. But again, I want to say this before we head out. My prayers are going out to all that are affected by this whole situation. I hope that the police find this baby boy. This continuance, the only thing I see that's good, okay, about this continuance on this arraignment is that this gives the police a whole lot more time, or a little bit more time, to try to find this little boy, okay? What's on Channel 5 now? What's on Channel 5 now? Hold on. What's on Channel 5 now? The press conference? Let me see. Let me just see if there's anything, because they have not. Nothing's been out. I don't see anything, guys. And if there is something, then, like we saw that live, you know what I mean? Of course, from Nick at Night, which I do appreciate, her just showing it. Okay. If there's anything more, we will look at it. But okay. Yeah. So at least for right now, excuse me. At least for right now, we are waiting for the video of the press conference. If it's, whenever we do get that, I'll look at it. Okay. Let me just check the email. Okay. Let me just check. Okay. Thank you so much for the in-court photo. Okay. I do appreciate it. But again, when we get more information, we will be talking about it for sure. There's a lot to break down. There's a lot to discuss. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, when we get more information, okay, we'll talk about it. When this press conference does come out, and apparently there's a press conference tomorrow morning, if that's actually 110% true or accurate, because, we always get these false starts, like these fake school tragedies that have been, these false hoaxes that have been going on all day, every day almost. It's been very frustrating. So hopefully that information is correct, and they will do a press conference tomorrow. If they do that, that's fantastic news, right? We will be watching it for sure. Trust and believe we'll be here watching it. Okay. We'll watch it as a family, and we'll react how we usually do. Okay. But that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the conversation. When we get more information, we'll talk about it. Okay. It may be coming in as a live or a short or a TikTok. Either way, you'll be getting it. Okay. Trust. We will be watching more and more information in regards to this. And there will be a press conference tomorrow, so we will be checking that out too. All right. So make sure you come back to this platform and watch with us. Okay. Or watch with me. Okay. Because there's only one me. I don't know why I said us, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. But on the way out, do me a solid. Hit that like button down below. Crush that reaction button if you're watching on these other platforms. If you are watching on these other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, please do me the solid. Hit those reaction buttons, of course. Don't forget to follow. Okay? Of course, subscribe here on my YouTube channel. Go to my second channel, The Pascal Show Clips and Pascal Raw. Brand new channel. Go check it out. Subscribe if you can. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hit that notification bell on all those platforms so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, because it's random. Hit that join button down below. Become a member. Support the channel if you can. Check out my Patreon. And, of course, check out PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff over there. PascalMerch.com. And thank you so much for watching from all over the world. It really means the world to me. Okay? Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we'll be talking here very soon. Stay safe out there. Any updates, any breaking news, we'll be here live. Make sure that notification bell is on. All right, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.